we're going to go ahead and start again because my contact is driving me bonkers. I was already like 4 minutes into the other one, so we'll make this intro shorter. Hi, my name is Savannah of Sewlivi Dyes Yarn. I apologize for the eye tweaking my contact. Sewlivi Dyes Yarn. That is my yarn dyeing business. I'm hoping to start getting some new colorways in the shop, hopefully by the end of this week. We'll see. But this channel right here that you're at, welcome. All I talk about is my crafting journey, really, and then sometimes like life stuff. Yeah, we're in my bedroom. Don't mind the mess. That is my room. But the lighting is fantastic, so why not, right? It is shifting though, so I'm worried about these guys right here moving this way. Anyways, and I got my cat Zeus right here, and my other cat Aurora is over there. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get into this because I'm hoping my eye will stop bothering me so much. And I have all my plants behind you, which you can't see, but anyways, last week was a good week. It was a nice short week at work, which was good. Things at work will probably be changing soon, but I don't want to talk about that just yet. I plan to talk about that later in this month. Hopefully I can. So there's some things there. What else? Yeah, past week, decent. We got 2 new fish last night to go in the tank, and so now we have 3 guppies and a Cory catfish. So those guys have been a lot of fun. The Cory catfish is very boring, so we needed to get some friends for the guppy that we did have. So we got 2 more guppies last night. I believe. So the original one is a Dumbo. I think he's just called a Dumbo guppy. And then we got a turquoise guppy. And then the other one is like, I think it was called like black or pink diamond or something like that. I don't know. They looked real fancy. The Dumbo one that we've had this past week, absolutely the best personality for a fish. I love him. So we wanted to get him some friends. So hopefully when the other guys kind of get acclimated to the tank and being with each other, their personalities will bloom and they'll be just as fantastic. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into knitting because I have to be at work in the next 50 minutes. Okay. Go ahead and show you my finish. So I believe I talked about this in my last video. I have a feeling I did. I don't know where I was in that last video because did I go ahead and check before I started recording? Heck no, of course not. Why would I do that? But I finished my test knit. Let's see, which is the back. There's the back. Okay. I finished this, oh my gosh, when did I finish this? 1, 2, 3 days ago. Friday. Did I finish this Friday? It's all in my Ravelry. Everything social media wise is linked down below, as well as links to what I talk about if I remember. So if you need to find anything, if you still have questions about anything, go ahead and comment down below and I will respond back to you. Hopefully, most likely. But yes, I test knit this for Megan Gonzalez of Knit Curious. Oh yeah, see, there's those sun rays. They're starting to pop through. Let's see if we can move us over a little. Try to block some of that mess back there, right? Yeah, so there is a cable-like detail on the front, which is a little hard in this to see. My yarn choices probably weren't the best. I mean, it is cute overall, but it does hide the detail. There is this peak right here, these triangle peaks, and then within those are another peak, but there's cables with, well, they're crosses, left crosses and right crosses within there to give it texture. I'll try to insert some photos if necessary, you know, with better detail so you could kind of see them. But I think this took me 9 days to knit. It's 2 fingering weights held together. That's how I got the marling in the middle. And yeah, I knit the size 3. Knit size 3. So it fits nicely. It is oversized for me. I do have a few issues. This, as much as I don't like boat neck, it isn't terrible because it's not slipping off my shoulders. So that is okay. But I didn't realize that it is written to be held with 2 fingering weights together, or a DK weight. My fabric is very stiff. It is not as drapey as that, or for as wide as this is, I have it oversized. It's not drapey enough, so when I wear it, it kind of like punches forward right here. And it's not very comfortable for me. I should have probably knit this at my exact size, like no ease at all, like 0 ease. But I had planned to wear this like layered, so that's why I went up. And then I also did some waist shaping in there as well. That's part of the pattern. It's an option that you can choose if you'd like. But yeah, so the test isn't actually over until March, so I'm going to assume that this pattern will be out in March. And I'll let you guys know when I find out. What's really cool though is the sleeves, even though it's short sleeves, I did the ribbing before I even split for the sleeves. So the sleeves and bound off. And when I bind off is when you split for the sleeves. So that was really nice, not having to use like waste yarn or put stitches on hold. It was already done when I went into the body. Yarn is my yarn, Sewlivi dyes yarn in an OOAK, or a one of a kind, I should say. And then this yarn is by Andromeda Sock Yarn. It's called Bloomin' Bloomers. Super cute. I like it. Yeah, so I got that done. That was a nice quick knit. Nice quick knit. Got it all done. It is kind of hard to see, so yeah. Anyway, so that is one finish. I'll go ahead and show you the new oh well, I did have a second finish. I made my daughter some World's Simplest Mittens. She has them at school with her right now, so I can't show you, but I did finish up using the scraps for the scraps that I had left over for my Ingle sweater. So that's what I did with my son's, ouch, dang it. My son's mittens, I started using the leftover yarn from that sweater, which is the Blue Sky Fibers Woolstock Worsted. It's really nice. It's a 100% Highland wool worsted weight yarn. It's really, really nice and soft and warm. So I used the scraps to make my son's mittens, and then I had some left, and I was like, wasn't sure I'd have enough left over for my daughter's mittens because I had to make her the adult small. And I didn't. I got one full mitten done minus the thumb, and then got almost all of the second mitten done except for like the fingertips and her thumb. And luckily I was able to go over to my local yarn store, You and Me, and I ordered the supplies I needed for my wheel, and at the same time I grabbed another skein of the Woolstock Worsted just to fill in. So I have a little bit of that left over, but that's okay. It's nice yarn. It was a 50-gram skein, so I don't know what I could really make with the leftovers of that. But I have it just in case. And so my kids both have mittens. They're matching mittens, but not matching mittens because, you know, it was just scraps, so they're random colors. What do I want to say? It's the World's Simplest Mittens by Tin Can Knits, and it took me 1 day to knit them. because they're the worsted, the worsted weight size, because the pattern is awesome because it's written for toddler all the way up to adult, you know, like adult large, and you can use fingering weight all the way up to bulky weight. So whatever your yarn is, you just look at the pattern and follow that. It's really, really simple, really nice, a really good mitten pattern. So I've made 4 pairs of those mittens so far, and one of them happens to be my fingerless mitts, so it's not like a full mitten. But anyways, I digress. I'm sorry. That was my second finish. Got that done on Saturday. And then I decided to pick up a whip, which I'll show you in a minute, and also start a new thing because it's been cold here lately and I am tired of wearing the same hat every day. So I decided that I was going to finally pick up this, which is a hand spun of my own. This fiber is called Firework by Busy Bee Fibers. It's I think it's 70% merino, 30% recycled sari silk. I spun this in November, and it's just been sitting on my desk waiting for me to cast it on. I originally wanted to do a Musselburgh hat with this by Isolde Teague, but I don't think I have enough, to be honest. I really don't think I have enough. So I went on Pearl Soho's website and looked up their free patterns, because I know they do have a bunch of like hat patterns that are free. And I liked this one. I don't have a photo of it, so I guess I'll be inserting a photo if I remember. It's called the Soft and Cushy Hat, or I think. Yeah, so I cast that on. It is a little weird because it's a free pattern, so I can tell you. You're knitting and purling all the way around, and then the next round you're knitting and then purling through the bottom loop. My other project is a knit through the bottom, but it's a little bit easier because there's a purl stitch over it, so I can just go underneath that purl stitch, no problem. This one doesn't have that purl stitch on it, so it's a little strange, and I'm not sure if I like it, because while this isn't too bad, they say I'm actually working on the inside and that this will actually be the outside, and the outside looks not as nice. So yeah, and then also I'm just like, when I put this down, how am I gonna know if I'm working on a below row or a regular excuse me. What I'm saying is, you know, like I said, you're alternating your rows by one row is just knit one, purl one, regular, and then the next one is a knit one below, purl one. So how am I gonna know the difference if I put this down and then need to go pick it up? I think for right now I have it written, like I have it marked on the pattern, but this is just a easy hat. Do I have to mark the pattern every time I set this down? I mean, maybe. It's a hat, it should go quickly. But anyway, so this is like I think this is probably like a worsted weight spun yarn. I think it's worsted weight. So hopefully, you know, I'm knitting this on a US 8, and I'm knitting the second to largest size, because the largest size is my actual head circumference, but it says it also stretches about 2 inches, so I went down one size so that it wouldn't be too big or too loose on my head. I kind of like them a little bit more snug, but not too snug. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so I'm knitting with my hand spun, and hopefully I'll have this hat done at some point. I don't know when. All right. Next knitting whip, well, the last one I have to show you. I picked up I think I showed you last time, right? My Estrella by Andrea Mowry. I'm knitting this with ampersand fibers, which is 100% Corriedale fiber, which is really nice. I really like it. And so I was knitting along, knitting along, and then I got to the next stripe, this stripe right here, and I realized that I had accidentally put in an extra row of the green, which threw off everything, like put everything backwards or off, you know, because I'm knitting back and forth, and the way it's written in the pattern, it's the way it's written in the pattern, you follow a chart so that you know exactly which row you're on, and certain rows have to be the wrong side. And anyways, so I get to the blue one and I realize I had accidentally put in an extra row of the green, and I went to tink back and realized that I couldn't do it, because doing a half fisherman's rib, you're actually, when you're stitching in the one below, because you're doing that on this side, when you're stitching in the row below, you're technically slipping this stitch off the needle completely. So if I tink back, I'm constantly having to pick up drop stitches, and it's not easy. It's very time consuming. So I was like, okay, let's not do that. Let's see if I can pick up a row or so below, you know, somewhere, well, it was down here, somewhere in here. I couldn't do that either. I can read these stitches, but I can't read them enough to be able to pick them up. So I was like, crap, what am I gonna do? My only other option I could think of, other than like researching YouTube videos, because I really didn't have time to do that. I just wanted to knit, you know. So I went ahead, and because it was here, I was right at the blue, I just ripped it all out. All of this, ripped it all out. And I was like, it's okay. I was more comfortable with the pattern, with the increases, and how to do them without like reading the pattern, because when I started this, I was struggling really bad trying to figure out how this was working. But after, I only worked on it a couple days, but yesterday I was able to really understand what I was doing. So I was like, okay, I can rip it out and it won't be so bad when I pick it back up to knit it again. So I did that. I recast on yesterday, and I actually went way past where I had originally messed up, or where I was. So this last time would have been right below the pink stripe, but because I had to restart, I just decided to move it up. Now that's where I am. I'm about to add my next stripe, which is this white color. This is my swatch. I just got to rip it out, but this color is next. But yeah, pretty excited about this, that I was able to not only get to where my mistake was, but surpass it. So that makes me happy. Okay. What else do I want to say about this? I'm really enjoying it, so I'm hoping that this can be just my focus piece for right now, kind of to get this. I'm thinking maybe get to the sleeve split and then start a make 9, but I'm not sure yet, to be honest. I'm not sure yet. So yeah, is there anything else I wanted to say about this? I don't remember. So this is a fingering weight yarn. This is the, like I said, the ampersand fibers. Let's cut off a little. It's the Caslon fingering, 100% US Corriedale. It's 400 yards per 100 grams, and it's 3-ply. Really nice, really love it. These are my colors. And I'm knitting this on a US 2 because I actually hit gauge, which was really nice. So US 2 is what it's called for. Just crazy. Teeny needles for a cardigan. But it's going to be really nice. Oh, that's where I'm at. Okay, I moved it. That's right. So that's where I'm at. I'm pretty proud of myself. What else? That's really it, right? That I wanted to talk about this. Where did I put the... Yeah, see, there's a chart to follow. And if you're not paying attention, you can mess it up, even though it's there to show you. You need to really pay attention. But, so yeah, that is where I'm at on that. All right, cross stitch. I believe I did a little bit more on my cross stitch piece. Not a whole heck of a lot. I'm trying to get these done. So, I did finish the word December. I didn't bother to even start the border on that. I just was like, okay, cool. I have what I needed done with those colors, with that color, I should say. So I came back in here and filled in the rest of, so this color right here, I filled in the rest. I think that's it for that color. I could be wrong. There could be another owl somewhere over here, but I didn't want to count. So I just put in a couple other owls, and that was about it. This is the, let me pull it out, I suppose, so the plastic isn't glaring. Heart and Hand Square Dance, the October, November, and December blocks. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get this one done. And I want to get all 3 done, but hopefully relatively soon. It's just, I'm not making it a priority. I'm just working on what makes me happy in the moment. So that's it for cross stitching and crafting. The last little bit I have is haul, which I have 3 things. Sorry, I kind of put it all around me. 3 things of haul, I guess, for now. Yes? Yeah. Okay. So one of them was, I ordered these off Etsy. These are 3D printed bobbins for my ladybug. So this is the standard size. So this will fit on the regular flyer. And then this is the jumbo size for the bulky flyer. Look at how much bigger it is. Like, look at how much fiber you can put on this. I mean, this will hold a lot of fiber too compared to my nano. But look at this. Look at this color is beautiful too. I picked copper and black because I have a hard time picking colors. I'm probably going to have to get a couple more of these standard sizes because this will fit on the bulky flyer as well. But if I need like a lot of room, then this is great too. I just wanted to see the size difference, to be honest. And these were inexpensive on Etsy. I think I paid $14 each, which isn't too bad. Yeah. So I got some 3D printed bobbins, which are good. And then last one, sorry for the crinkles. Okay, this last one is my very last skein of, or cake, I should say, cake of mocha cotton. Not moonstone. Yeah, moonstone. Monsoon. Monsoon Calamity Yarns. She shut down shop. I know I've talked about it. So I got my last cake from her. This one's called, is that Cache? Is that how you pronounce that? This is a 1,050 yards of 4-ply cotton. It's in the fingering weight. And this is what it looks like. It's pretty, isn't this? I'm really sad that she's done, but I have one full skein. I think I have actually, do I have 2? No, just one downstairs. And then this one. So 2 of these cakes. The other one is a different color. It's like purples and pinks. And then I got this one. And then I have scraps from my very first one as well, which are mostly oranges from a sweater I made. But I don't know what I'll make with this. I did make a Radvent cardigan by Amba O'Brien using one of these. For my size, all I needed was one of these. So I don't know. My very first thing I made with one of these cakes was a Winter Woods Raglan by Carpe de Lana. But I needed 2 of these because the sleeves. It's an absolutely wonderful raglan sweater. With this, it's lightweight, it's comfortable. But I wouldn't be able to do a long sleeve with just this one cake, which is sad. Anyways. but I have it just in case because I am sad that she is no longer making these. They're beautiful. So it's 4 plies of cotton that she puts together into this lovely gradient. That's it for haul. That's it, right? That's all. Yeah, I have not started Make 9 yet. I'm hoping to at least start something this month. Not sure what. I guess I'll spin the wheel for that, but I don't want to do it yet. I want to get more progress done on old whips. Granted, where is it? Because I did restart this. I've kind of changed my start date on Ravelry. I put the original one in the notes, and I think I started this in November, and I barely worked on it. So last night when I ripped it out, I went ahead into Ravelry, put the original start date in the notes, and then changed the start date on the thing to yesterday. In my tracking that I have on the spreadsheet, I'll probably still just leave how many days I worked on it last year in there, because I did work on it, even if I had to rip it out and restart it. That's still work on this. So those few days, which I want to say was probably like 3 or 4 total, I'm still going to count those towards this. So it's going to be really nice. I can't wait to get this done because this yarn is so amazing. It is so nice. I really like Corriedale. That's a really nice yarn. And you know what's really awesome is that, so I shouldn't need this full skein. I don't know how much. I'm hoping less than 50 grams for all the stripes for these, because I have this sock pattern that I bought a couple years ago. It's a colorwork sock pattern, and the socks were made in colors similar to this. I think maybe a little bit lighter than this, but these 2 colors. And the socks are beautiful. And I think if I have enough of this left over after this cardigan, like, these would make those socks amazing. Like, super awesome. I just hope I have enough. If not, I guess I could always, you know, buy more. But like I said, you don't need, where's the pattern for it? Maybe that'll tell me how much I need of this yarn. Because I'm using the yarn that's called for in this pattern, just different colors. So it says contrasting. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. It says 21 grams each for the contrasting colors. That is what you need for this pattern. So technically I should have enough. Plus, I know Andrea says that she writes in an extra 10%, I believe, into her numbers. So I might not even need 20 grams. We'll find out, right? We'll figure it out. Either way. I was thinking about that last night. I'm just like, man, it'd be so nice if I could start those socks now, but I don't want to risk it. Because I know those socks are on the taller side. I don't even remember what they're called. I found the pattern on Etsy a couple years ago, and I thought it was beautiful, so I purchased it. I think the pattern was like $2 anyway, so I was like, so yeah, that is it. It is another short week at work, 4 days. The kids have a 4-day weekend, and then another 4 days next week. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go because now I'm just rambling, right? I will see you guys next week. Bye.